A fundraiser that was called out in Mayor Adams' federal indictment apparently drew cash from the Turkish Trump. It's Monday, October 14th, and this is your New York Daily News. Monday's forecast calls for partly cloudy skies in New York City with a high near 67 and a low near 46. Before today's top story. After more than a decade-long battle, the fate of Little Italy's Elizabeth Street Garden seems all but sealed thanks to a looming eviction notice from the city. But the garden's faithful backers are still hoping to find an 11th-hour solution to stave off its redevelopment. The eclectic, statue-filled lot is technically owned by the city, but has been leased out on a monthly basis since the 1990s. A 123-unit affordable senior housing project dubbed Haven Green, planned for the site, has been held up for years by legal challenges from the garden and its supporters. A 2-week eviction notice issued by the city on October 2nd seemingly cemented the garden's demise after various legal campaigns failed, and the eviction could be carried out as early as Thursday. The campaign to preserve the garden has turned into a flashpoint within New York's larger housing crisis, with the 20,000-square-foot green space between Mott and Elizabeth Streets serving as a battleground for issues like gentrification, NIMBYism, and the environment. The city sees Haven Green as a rare opportunity to build badly needed affordable housing on city-owned land in an area where senior residents are rapidly being priced out. Proponents of the plan point out the development will include some public green space. And New York City Controller Brad Lander pulled off the largest fundraising haul in the latest reporting period out of all the candidates running against Mayor Adams in next year's election, new campaign finance filings show. But in a glaring omission, the City Campaign Finance Board's latest release of finance filings didn't include Adams because the campaign hadn't submitted them as of 5:30 p.m., the board's close of business time. As a result, CFB officials said they won't be able to release his filing for public scrutiny until Tuesday. Reps for Adams, who is under federal indictment on bribery charges, facing a corruption scandal that has driven more than a dozen of his top aides to resign in recent weeks, and battling a CFB draft audit finding his 2021 campaign failed to properly document $2.3 million in spending, didn't return requests for comment on why the latest filing didn't come in on time. Find the latest on these stories and more right now at nydailynews.com. A real estate developer who calls himself Turkish Trump was among a group of businessmen who gave money to Mayor Adams' reelection campaign as part of a 2023 fundraiser that's emerging as a focus in the federal corruption case against the mayor, the Daily News has learned. Mükemmel Sarımsakçı, a Turkish-born developer who has used the Trump moniker for years and was once involved in a project to build a Trump-branded hotel in Texas, contributed $2,100, the legal maximum, to Adams in connection with the October 9, 2023 fundraiser in Weehawken, New Jersey, an internal campaign document obtained by the News reveals. Sarımsakçı's involvement in the fundraiser as a wealthy Turkish government-connected businessman who has overseen real estate projects around the world worth hundreds of millions of dollars highlights how individuals affiliated with Turkish interests seek to boost campaigns of U.S. politicians, a theme that lies at the heart of the mayor's recent corruption indictment. This past February, after the federal probe into Adams' Turkey ties first came to light, the News reported the Weehawken fundraiser was attended and co-hosted by members of 2 Turkish interest groups. Since then, federal prosecutors have indicted Adams on criminal charges alleging he solicited bribes and illegal campaign contributions from Turkish government operatives in exchange for doing political favors for the Turkish government, including helping it resolve safety violations at its Manhattan consulate. Adams has pleaded not guilty. Sarımsakçı's participation in the fundraising for Adams wasn't mentioned in the indictment or previously known. It is not clear if Sarımsakçı actually attended the gathering or only donated as part of it. Sarımsakçı, who has been involved in Turkish government outreach efforts in the U.S. and holds significant real estate interests in Turkey, made his contribution to Adams in 2 installments, $100 on September 25, 2023, and $2,000 the next day, city records show. Adams' indictment alleges straw donations were funneled to his campaign from the Weehawken fundraiser after the organizers instructed a businessman to use a unique website link to route foreign donations through U.S. citizens. For more on this story and for the latest in New York City politics, visit nydailynews.com and follow us on social media at nydailynews. Thanks for listening. My name is Imran Sheikh.
Spoken Layer.